Hey everyone, it's Maria Solitary Witch Tracks here. This is going to be a video for week 19 of the YouTube Pagan Challenge. Do you prefer, or what do you think of group work? Okay guys, so I don't know if you can tell by my name, Solitary Witch Tracks, but I am primarily a solitary practitioner. I have worked in groups before. That is mine, young lady. You cannot have that. I'm trying to take my phone strap. But I have worked in groups before in which I... Can you stop taking my cords? She's just like, cords, things. It's not for you. But she's so naughty. It's my one cat that you might have seen in my videos, and the one cat I'm always like, hey, stop, you over there, stop, kind of thing. It's her. She's very naughty, but I love her. Anyways, but yes, I have worked when I first started my spiritual practice. When I was a Wiccan, I did have a group of friends that I worked with. We would do rituals and things together. We would do research together, write in our book of shadows together, things like that. And while I enjoyed that, there was also a lot of drama within that, and I did not really like that at all. So I slowly became more of a solitary practitioner. And I'm not saying this is the same for every coven, every witchy group, every, friendship or group of friends in which you work together in spiritual ways, whether it be, concerning Wiccan, pagan traditions, things like that. Shh, quiet laptop. But anything like that, but for me, that has been my experience. And so I'm mainly just like, I prefer working solitary. I mean, I will work with friends every once in a while kind of thing, but I don't think I could do every single one of my rituals, every single one of my SFATs and Sabbats in a group. I mean, it's nice to, have drumming circles with friends, and it's nice to do some of the larger, bigger Sabbats with a group of people. However, I really find that I personally get more out of a ritual doing it on my own, because I can go at my own pace, I can do my own visualization. I'm not prompted to do something that I'm not really pulled to, and that's why I like solitary work so much. Because I know, like with guided meditations, it's kind of the same thing. I'm not the hugest fan of a guided meditation. I don't like hearing a voice chatting away, talking to me, telling me to visualize this, visualize that, do this or do that kind of thing. Even though they'll give you the option like, oh, visualize this, but if you don't, you can visualize something else. I just don't like having a narrative. I just like a lot of my rituals. I mean, I will speak out, but then a lot of them are silent. Me internalizing those feelings, internalizing nature, internalizing my spells, things like that. Like for my new moon ritual last night, I had said some words, thanking deities, whoever I was working with, goddess, and all, whoever else I was working with at the time, thanking them. And I also did, prosperity manifestation. And to me, what the first visualization came to me was like, I just closed my eyes and imagined these green leaves coming towards me and flying around me, like falling off the trees, and for some reason my mind thought of that as prosperity, to better visualize prosperity, instead of, like money flying around everywhere. But for me, it was these luscious green emerald leaves just coming off of these trees and just swirling around me. And so that was just instantaneous. I didn't even think about it. As soon as I said, I wish to manifest prosperity from the new moon and let it culminate in the full moon kind of thing, that was instant. Whereas, in group work, some like, oh, try visualizing this, try visualizing that kind of thing. And when my mind's very intuitive, my mind very works quickly, when it comes to realizing visualization and manifestation and what really works best for my intuition. And so being in a group doesn't always help with that. It kind of makes me stop and be like, oh, but I mean, group work is also really good too, because I mean, I've done some group work past, the beginning of my practice years ago, that I could really feel emotion and things like that, and I could feel the group energy working together and building and culminating and just bursting forth into the universe, things like that. It's absolutely it's just breathtaking, just feeling all those energies. And then sometimes when I work with some of my close friends, and we do like readings or things for each other, we do like, shamanic journeying with each other, or some of the guided meditations. It's nice because you feel their energy. You feel like they're there with you if they're like not there with you. Because I do some work with Chris Ashburn and Charlie Says Go. And so like when I did read, like when we had like, I don't know how long it was, I guess a month ago, no, a little less than a month ago, maybe like 3 weeks ago, I would say, we did group readings for each other on Google Hangout, and it was just nice because we were all like trancing out, had our like incense and stuff burning, reading for each other, invoking spirit and ancestors, and that was really nice. So I prefer like drum circles in a group, and I prefer readings like that in a group, like reading for each other, just sitting around like with a fire or something, just reading each other. Like with Chris Ashburn, there's one time we went to Earth Wars Festival years ago. It was the first time I went, first time she went too. And we were sitting in the tent and we burnt tobacco, and we were both crying because we realized, our ancestors never left us in the first place. They've always been there, and we're like sobbing, smelling up smoked tobacco and things like that. Not like actual tobacco and cigarettes, but like legit like leaves of tobacco. And it smells really sweet actually. But yeah, we were burning, tobacco in the tent, and it was just like sob fest. And so I really cherish those moments, when I'm working intimately with people that I know well and am familiar with. I create these memories, I create these feelings that I can go back to and can remember for future rituals that I might have to do the same thing, and those are priceless. Those are absolutely priceless. Those memories, with Chris in the tent, my reading in Google Hangout with Charlie Says Goes and Chris Ashburn, like, those are priceless moments that I will never ever want to give up. And so those are the kind of group work that I like. Those little instances, not really the most formal kind, but informal sessions with those you love. Like that's what I like. That's the kind of group work I like. I don't really like doing full blown out rituals with others because I'm just like, I want to do my own thing. And I don't really have, like, when I do my rituals, I don't even have it all like written up either. I just kind of go from heart and just let my heart lead me. And I used to even keep a formal book of shadows, but I really don't. Like, if I want to spell, I usually come up with it on the spot now. Like, whatever, like, spirit, channels through me, and I'm like, okay, let's do it. Why not? For some reason this is popping in my head right now, so I'm just gonna go with it. And I find out when I do that, that is when spells are the most powerful for me. That's when rituals and experiences are the most powerful for me. But that's my little spiel on working with groups and with other people. So yeah, I'm primary solitary practitioner, but I love doing readings and little informal tobacco tent smoke house kind of things. But I would love to hear what you guys prefer. If you guys are more solitary, if you guys are more, group work related, I would love to hear that. And thank you so much for supporting me and watching my videos. I absolutely appreciate it. Blessed be. Namaste.